Into the Wild by Kiran Purandare and Shaz Jung. Let's see Introduction of Writer. Into the Wild is an anecdote of two nature enthusiasts, famous wildlife expert Kiran Purandare and wildlife photographer Shaz Jung. Kiran Purandare is the famous wildlife activist from Maharashtra. He completed his education on environmental studies from Jordan Hill College, Scotland. He is a recipient of many prestigious awards including Sahitya Puraskar. Kiran Purandare is known for his books like Sakha Nagzira, which took shape during his 1-year-long stay in the forest of Nagzira in 2001, for which he was honored with the Best Literature Award by the Cultural Department of Maharashtra. His creative techniques such as stage shows and tours for amassing support for nature conservation are well appreciated by locals, students and nature lovers. Now let's see central idea. Into the Wild is divided into two parts. Part 1 is an excerpt from Kiran Purandare's award-winning book Sakha Nagzira. The narrative is about his experience of getting lost in the jungle of Umbarzara and the turmoil that he goes through till he finds the first signs of human civilization. In the end, he considers himself lucky to find his way back to the village of Pitezhari and joyously states how there still exists a jungle where humans can lose their way. Now let's go through the summary of part 1. The first part, as the name suggests, Lost in the Jungle, is a detailed account of the writer Kiran Purandare's adventure in the Umbarzara forest while he was on a field study. The writer had spent 8.5 hours in the forest when he wrapped up his day and was ready to leave for Pitezhari, a nearby village. He was alarmed by the frantic calls of the langurs that signaled to him that the leopard of Umbarzara was out of its lair. He stayed alert amidst the chaos created by the wild animals' alarm calls until the sounds died out. He was then assured that the leopard had moved away. He then met Raju Iskape, a villager who came from Pitezhari to collect the writer's daily log. He handed over his daily logs, that is daily records, to Raju, and then they both resumed their walking tour back to the village. They took two different trails. While Raju chose a tiny track that broke from the main trail, the writer took a familiar route. After he crossed the Forest Development Corporation's boundary, he took another trail and was eventually lost. As the sun was setting and he went through a terrifying turmoil to decide his further course of action, after more than an hour of contemplation, he ran down the hillock that he had climbed. After around 50 steps, he saw a trail of red soil that indicated him to be near human civilization. He heard sounds of people talking and loudspeakers as he climbed down the hillock. Crossing the lake, he reached the sleepy village of Pitezhari. At the end of the adventure, he gleefully remarked that there still was a jungle that existed where individuals could get lost. Now let's go to next wildlife photographer, wildlife enthusiast, that is Shah Jung. He studied economics at the Utrecht University in Europe. Instead of taking up a corporate career, he came back to the forests of India, where he spent most of his childhood. He decided to spend his life tracking and studying leopards in South India and helped establish the Bison Resort, a tented camp built on ecotourism guidelines. Today in India and Africa, Shah's family and their camps use ecotourism as a tool for conservation. Now let's see central idea of second part of the lesson. Its name is Tracking the Panther of Nagarhole. It is taken from CN Traveller magazine published by Land Rover India about the adventures and conservation work done by the famous wildlife photographer Shah Jung. The article is about Shah Jung's passion for wildlife photography that inspired him to give up his career in finance. He narrates the event that turned out to be the turning point when he shot the pictures of his first muse, the leopard, whom he named Scarface, to document the behavioral movements of Black Panther Saya. During his professional journey, he received insight regarding the loss of wildlife habitat, and hence he took genuine efforts by establishing BCRTI for the conservation of forests by educating the local rural folks and providing them with a sound, reliable source of income. Let's see summary of part 2. Shah Jung is a wildlife photographer, cinematographer, a big cat tracker, man-animal conflict resolution seeker, and lodge owner all rolled into one. When he is leading photography safaris in Africa or showcasing his work at art galleries in capital cities and speaking to those interested in conserving the planet's riches. After the brief introduction of Shah and his work, Shah then narrates the incident which proved a turning point in his career, which made him switch from finances to wildlife. Once he was in jungle of Nagarhole, which is also called as Rajiv Gandhi National Park. It is in Karnataka. And at a junction was an old leopard facing a young one. Clearly, the fight was about to start. Unfortunately, they had to leave as sun was setting. Next morning, Shahs went to that spot again and saw the young leopard sitting on a high rock, blood dripping from a big scar. Obviously, he had won the battle and now he owned the territory. So, Shahs named him Scarface because of a big scar on his face. Photographs of Scarface made Shahs famous not only as a wildlife photographer but also chronicler. While following Scarface, he discovered his current love, Saya. This is world's first Black Panther whose movements and behavior is so intimately documented by camera by following its tracks. Previously, photographers used camera traps. Through months of toil, Shahs collected rare footage, including that of mating, to piece together the incredible landscape of Black Panther's life. Saya, Scarface, and Pardus. the leopard that lost to Scarface, and the loss of their habitat led Shahs to create the Buffer Conflict Resolution Trust of India, that is BCRTI. It's an agency that educates villagers living on the border of forest on conserving the forest. Older leopard like pardus who have lost territory in forest often carry away the livestock from villages, and this creates resentment among locals against the animals. Using tourist money, Shahs gives locals vocational training. The acquired skill. This acquired skill enables locals to get employment in resorts. Madegowda is one such agriculturist who is trained at BCRTI and is now a certified naturalist employed by the bison. He says that he has known this jungle for 35 years and many times he lost 80% of his sugarcane yield to animal attacks. But now he guides visitors and shows them animals and get paid for it. Forest teaches you to be patient. Listening sense is more important than seeing in forest. Forest is always alive and communicating by birds and animal sounds, and above all, never stop discovering. So, this is the summary of second part with some beautiful photographs by Shahs Jung. Now let's go through the brainstorming portion of this lesson. In pairs, we have to discuss the professions and challenges one can take happily if one is really passionate about the job. So, for taking up any job, the basic requirement is you should be passionate about it. Otherwise, it will be a burden for you. It is very correctly said that blessed is he who has found his work. Let him ask for no other blessedness. So what are the professional challenges and requirements for taking up one profession or any profession about which you are passionate? You should know what you are getting into, isn't it? So let's take 4 examples. First, obviously teaching. It is the favorite position and profession and a quite noble profession anywhere in world. So what challenges are faced by teachers? What challenges are faced while teaching? See, teaching is one of the oldest profession in the world. Teachers are one of the most respected members of the society. The biggest challenge in this profession today is low incentives. The payment is quite low as compared to the work done. Heavy paperwork is there, paper checking, paper setting and many things. And now added all these technological developments, student behavior, etc. Despite the challenges, the honor that is bestowed upon the teacher makes it a worthwhile career choice, makes it worth becoming a teacher. But the respect and the honor which is bestowed on teachers in our society, especially in rural areas, is incomparable. So, and being with children always keeps you young. It is quite dynamic. You always learn new things. Every experience is new. So, it is aptly the oldest and noblest profession. Second, we can say human resources. So HR department of business or organization. It is very important department in any organization. It deals with hiring, administration and training of staff. HR profession is lucrative. The payments are quite good, yet high pressure job, but is nevertheless pursued by many graduate and postgraduates. Major challenges are compliance to rules and regulations, change of managerial structure, adapting to innovative and efficient techniques of handling the workforce of the organization, etc. Next is IT professional. Computer revolution has given birth to IT sector, and it's quite popular, lucrative profession for young generation. IT professional is basically a software or hardware engineer who usually works in a computing environment, manages and handles system and server hardwares or software components related to core IT management, support, consultation, resourcing and development. It is also one of the highest paying jobs but comes with lot of stress like workload, skill gap, digital transformation, etc. Fourth profession is financial advisor. A financial advisor is a professional who suggests and renders financial services to clients based on their financial situation. It needs an in-depth knowledge of the current global financial trends to give the client an apt advice regarding financial investment. The most common challenges in this field are managing client expectation, staying in touch with the market conditions regularly, managing information, emotional engagement with the client, group support. So let's get to next question. Arrange the following incidents in a proper sequential order as they have occurred in part 1. So 4 sentences are given, 4 incidents are given, and the correct order is: the author was moving from the jungle as quietly as possible, finding his way through the thicket. Next, the langurs saw the leopard. Third, the author met a villager. And fourth, writer realized that he was lost in the woods. Correct the false statements. It is based on part 2. Earlier, Shaz was in the field of finances. True. BCRTI was founded out of the genuine urge to conserve the habitat of the wildlife. This is also true. Shaz failed to utilize the finance incurred out of tourism. False, because Shaz provides vocational training to the locals, putting tourist money to good use. Fourth is, according to the local agriculturist, seeing is more essential than listening. Obviously false, because according to the local agriculturist, listening is more essential than seeing. Complete the given web on part 1. Signs of the vicinity. Kiran Purandare saw few things in the vicinity. Which were they? So first was the lantern of Rajaram Bhalavi's farm. Second, the sound of loudspeaker installed for Keshav Bhalavi's marriage. Third, the village lake. And fourth, the familiar hillock Suihudki. Next question, complete the following based on part 2. Responsibilities handled by Shaz. So first responsibility handled by Shaz is put tourist currency to good use. Second, provides vocational training to locals. Third, educates locals on the merits of conservation. And fourth, helps to provide benefits to the locals from tourist money. Question number 5. Complete the flow chart stating the reactions of petrified langurs due to the presence of leopard. Kyak alarm call was given by langurs. The langur brigade continued to raise alarm calls. After that, we have to state the chain of events. Next, langurs expanded the network range of alarm call. Third, the petrified langurs speeded to the near and far trees and secured their places on treetops. So this is the flow of action after the alarm calls of langurs, that is kyak. Next question, complete the web describing each step taken by the writer as a solitary traveler while moving in the jungle with great precautions. Which precautions were taken by writer while moving through the jungle? He took familiar route to Pitazari, made minimal sound, traded cautiously among the woods, kept his eyes wide open. Question number 7. Complete the table explaining the qualities that you would like to imbibe from nature within yourself and provide the reasons for the same. So we have to tell the quality which you learn from the forest and why. Why do you want to develop that quality? So the quality which we can take from trees is growth and expansion. Why? Because just like a tree spreads its branches and grows towards the sun, similarly, we must try to grow in life and expand our horizons to be successful. Next, streams. Let's say streams. What do we learn from a stream? To keep moving. We must learn to keep moving in life like a stream and never stop ourselves by constantly accepting and adapting to changes in life. So rolling stone gathers no more. So you must always roll your life. You should always keep moving to progress in life, to move ahead in life. Next question, find out the information about the qualification and eligibility required in the profession related to wildlife. So we have to tell the qualification needed to be a forest ranger officer, wildlife photographer, environmentalist, geologist, store manager, and the eligibility. So let's start with forest officer / ranger. Qualification required for this post is a candidate interested in becoming a forest ranger should possess a degree in natural sciences, pure mathematics, geology, statistics, mechanical, civil, chemical, engineering or agriculture. Eligibility is candidate should be between 18 to 30 years of age. Age limit varies from state to state. Second profession is wildlife photographer. Candidate needs a diploma or a certificate course in wildlife photography. Bachelor's or master's degree in wildlife photography will be more useful. Eligibility, there is no such age limit for becoming a wildlife photographer. Candidates who have cleared the high school exam can apply. Main thing I think is needed to be a wildlife photographer is passion. You must have the passion, interest, and you must be adventure seeker and lover, and you should be ready to risk your lives. These are the basic qualities I think which a wildlife photographer should possess. Third is environmentalist. Candidate needs a bachelor's degree in environmental science or a science related field such as biology, chemistry, physics, geosciences, engineering. However, a master's degree may be needed for an advancement. Eligibility for this is there is no age limit. Candidate with bachelor or master's degree in environmental studies can apply. Next is geologist. So if you want to be a geologist, you should be 12th from any stream. You should pursue a bachelor's degree from any university. You should have the bachelor's degree. After passing bachelor degree, student can pursue a master's degree. Eligibility, master's degree in any sciences, mainly geology or applied geology, exploration, mineral exploration, engineering, geology, marine geology, earth sciences, resource management, oceanography, coastal area studies, petroleum geosciences. Many degrees are there. Petroleum exploration or geochemistry or geological. If you want to be a tour manager, no particular qualification is required to become a tour guide apart from general basic education and knowledge about the place and locals. So that's why the natives are chosen to be a tour manager because they know the place well. Candidates must be above 18 years of age, otherwise it will be a child labor. And they should be employed or ready to start tour and travel business. Next question. Surf the net and obtain more information about the conservation work done by Shahs. Prepare posters to inspire others and display them on the college notice board. So it's a kind of pamphlet, a leaflet. Okay. It's about the work of Shahs Jung, and you are displaying it on the notice board so that students can get motivated by reading it. So it's kind of a leaflet. This topic comes under the writing skills. Okay. Shahs Jung is an avid wildlife lover, naturalist, writer and photographer who specializes in tracking and studying leopards in South India. He runs eco-friendly wildlife camps in Kabini and East Africa. Conservation work by Shahs. What contribution he has done in this field? Finance digging of bore wells in drought-prone villages. Sponsored 4 village children education from a private school in the Mysore district. Provided vehicle for 3 months in a year to the forest department for fire protection. Supplied water during summers to forest water holes and tribal villages. So these are the few contributions of Shahs Jung for the conservation of wildlife. In the end, 2 slogans are given. Be the change to see the change. If you want to change something, first you indulge in it. Let's be inspired to make the world a better place. So by reading and knowing about such people as Kiran Purandare and Shahs Jung, we feel inspired. And then inspiration is the starting point. It makes us do things by which we are inspired. It makes us to follow people by whom we are inspired, and then eventually if we do good work, we help in making this world a better place to live. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Stay happy, stay safe. Thank you for watching this video. Bye.